Good evening and welcome to Nick's other pub quiz. Can anybody see me? I'm not sure how this works. This is going to really freak me out. Give me a wave in chat if you can see me okay. Am I there? Let's have some thumbs up. No sound. Okay, right. Damn. Stand by. I reckon I can fix that. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello. Hey, brilliant. Right, good. Welcome to Nick's other pub quiz, or the other Nick's pub quiz. I've got that mixed up straight away. Got to let you know straight away that I've got some proper stage fright. How ridiculous is that? Anyway, my first ever YouTube video. Got a little bit of a script. Maybe, maybe not. Hang on a second. Caroline's shouting at me a second, so I need to stop. What's that, Caroline?
Such a massive delay. You know it's not fixed, it was me, the sound switch fell.
Okay, all right. So, sorry, that was Caroline from the side, basically saying that she's got some computer problems. So apparently you need to have your computer set so that you can hear the volume at the other end. Anyway, that's sorted. So, anyway, firstly, I hope we've all got a drink, because the most important thing to do when you have a quiz is to have a bit of a drink. Thank you for that, Vicky. Anyway, shout out to a few people. So we've got Ellie Sargent and Harry, no doubt, up there. Shout out to them. Shout out to Victoria Phillips as she comes up. Vicky and Earl. I don't know if the boys are there with you. Shout out. Shout out to Maxine, who comes up as Amy, and Mrs. Rowe, which is no doubt, Matt and Karen. And then we've also got Phil and Maxine. I don't know if we've got Lucy up yet. We've got Sam. I'm trying to see if we've got any other randoms. Is Mum and Dad in? Has anybody seen Mum and Dad? My Mum and Dad. Chris Dix. Wine is on the ready. Love it. Cheers. Nice to see you, Chris and Camilla. So, no boys. That's sad. Sad to see that the boys are not here tonight. No doubt they're doing a bit of Overwatch. It's keen stuff. Cool stuff. Before we get started, do you know if Mum and Dad are in? My Mum and Dad. And Harry. Hello, Harry. And let me not forget Mr. and Mrs. Dix, seniors, Helen and Charlie. Hello, Dunham Road. Nice to see you. I hope it's all not thunder and lightning, which is what we've got here at the moment. Okay. Right, the only people I don't think we got in, and I'm going to ask my dear sister Mrs. Rowe to go and check, is to get Mum and Dad sorted out, and then we'll hang on just literally for 2 minutes if you don't mind. Wow, a bit of cricket. Okay, Mum and Dad are on. They're just not on chat. Happy days. Well, okay, right. Before we get started, there's a tradition for Nick's pub quiz. If ever you've seen it. You have to do a bit of a screenshot, and you have to do it with Nick. So why not do it with me? So I'm going to put my face up on the screen, and you can take a bit of a photo with me, and so I'll do that. So I'll do it in if you get your glasses charged and ready in 5 seconds. Okay, ready for a bit of a screenshot? And 3, 2, 1. Okay, lovely. Happy days. Hopefully you got a nice few things. Just make sure you don't put that on my Twitter channel, because that will look proper weird, and people will wonder what's going on. Anyway, so tonight we've got 40 questions. I designed them all myself, honestly. The internet is for cheats. 20 questions, 20 answers in the first half, and guess what? 20 questions and 20 answers in the second half. So Just remember, it's all for fun, so don't cheat. If you cheat, you cheat yourself. And golden rule, quizmaster, me, I'm always right. Always. I don't expect any back chat on the chat. Anyway, and the other rule is, remember, if you put the answers in the chat for everyone else to see, you're a bit of a twat. Anyway, I had to say that because that's what he says, of course. Okay, so I've done my shout outs. Everybody's here. So I think we're kind of ready to go. And so who wants a quiz? Does everybody want a bit of a quiz? Yeah? Okay, let's do some quiz. Right, that's my theme tune. Designed it all myself. Okay, Caroline is the one that's always right. Okay, eyes down. Pen, paper, good book to rest on. Right, first of all then. Right, ready for question 1. Question 1. What is the capital of Uruguay? What is the capital of Uruguay? Question 2. What is the world's largest inland sea? What is the world's largest inland sea? And I've never been there because the Royal Navy can't get to it because it's inland. Right, pay attention for the next one. It's confiscating. Question 3. Which island is the furthest east, west, north and south than Iceland? So, which island is the furthest east, west, north and south than Iceland? I can imagine there's people out there going, oh yeah, I know what that is. I hope. You never know. Nice beer, by the way. No giveaways here, Caroline. No clues. No clues at all. Okay. Keeping on the same sort of theme, question 4. How far is it from the Earth to the Moon? And I'm going to give you 3 options here. Is it A, 334,400 kilometres, or B, 384,400 kilometres, or C, 424,400 kilometres? So is it A, 334,000 kilometres, B, 384,000 kilometres, or C, 424,000 kilometres? The Earth to the Moon. And who's read H.G. Wells's First Men on the Moon? Amazing, amazing book. If you haven't read it, read it. It's amazing. Okay. Us oldies need it in miles. Okay, Helen, I'll give you the answer in miles. Charlie knows 2.54 centimetres in an inch. Okay, this won't help you either. How deep is the Marianas Trench? Is it A, 5,984 metres, B, 10,984 metres, or C, 15,984 metres? So how deep is the deepest part of the ocean, the Marianas Trench? 5,984, 10,984, or 15,984 metres? And they are real units, Chris. According to UK Weights and Measures and European Rule 1907/66, I'm not allowed to say any other units on YouTube or I'll be censored. That's a lie. I made that up. Okay. Moved off the geography now. You'll be relieved to know. Everybody loves a bit of geography. Blue little cheese on Trivial Pursuit used to be my favourite. Karen used to cheat at Trivial Pursuit every Christmas by literally choosing the same colour all the time. She thought she could fill the entire thing up with the same colour. Anyway, just a little bit of fact for you. Fathoms, yes. Okay, so a bit of literature. Which writer's real name was Eric Arthur Blair? So who had the real name and was a writer? Eric Arthur Blair. Very famous. No more clues. By the way, bit of product placement. Probably not allowed to do that. The Google things will pick me up. Okay, next question. Question 7. Who wrote Around the World in 80 Days? Now I see I've been called a liar pants by Mrs. Rowe. I've just now added, just to let you know, I've added a moderator to my channel. So you best watch out. Okay, question 8, still on the literature. Pay attention, my best prose. From which famous poem do these lines come from? When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Hope you like that. That's about the only time I ever read poetry. Anybody want it again? Or we good? You're probably wondering who that is. That's Elephant. Elephant's normally lying on our bed, literally asleep all day. And the other elephant, which we call Mrs. Elephant, is in London and hasn't seen Mr. Elephant since the beginning of lockdown. So we thought we'd get Mr. Elephant out to play today because he was feeling lonely. Right then, question 9. Which actor was in the film Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, and also Interview with a Vampire? Which actor was in Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, and also Interview with a Vampire? Pretty good movies, all of them. Okay. I hope Mrs. Everlump is watching. If she is, she's become self-aware and has managed to work the internet in London, which is quite amazing. So, question 10. How many episodes were in Friends? To the nearest 10. I don't have a gay goose, Mrs. Rowe. How many episodes were made of Friends? Nearest 10. And Charlie and Helen have been watching this. Sorry, Chris, I'll say it again. There's a bit of a lag, so if I say things again when you've already asked them, then it's the lag. Question 10 was, how many episodes were made of Friends? To the nearest 10. And I know Charlie and Helen have been watching these from the start. So depending how far they've got, they'll be able to know the answer. Okay, right. I'm going to try. Oh, Chris needs question 9. Thanks, Mrs. Moderator. Question 9 was, which actor was in Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, and Interview with a Vampire? So hopefully you've got that. Okay. Question 11. We're going to go on to our favourite, diploids. So if anybody doesn't know what a diploid is, then basically it's a series of letters and numbers, and it's an abbreviation for some word. So previously, the other Nick would use something like 18H on a GC, 18 holes on a golf course. I wouldn't use that because that would be copyright, but that's his kind of favourite. Anyway, so you get the idea. 18H on a GC, 18 holes on a golf course. Okay then. So, question 11, our first diploid. You won't hate these, Helen. These are bang on. Ready. Question 11. 11p in an FT. That's 11p in an FT. I might even type it in here for you. 11. It's multitasking. By the way, if you wonder why my eyes are flickering around, it's because I've got a video of myself to the left, which is 20 seconds behind what I'm doing. I've got the chat on the right, and I've got an encoder video in the middle, which is real time. It's quite spacey. So, that was question 11. Next diploid. This is a bit hard in retrospect, so apologies, but it's still fun. Okay, so phonetically, first of all, and then I'll spell it out in the text. So it's Romeo, Oscar, Yankee, Golf, Bravo, Indigo, Violet. R-O-Y-G-B-I-V. Yes, beer. That's what it is. That's what's happening. R-O-Y-G-B-I-V. Okay? Doesn't have to be capitals. So that's your diploids. Point each for those. And now for a bit of science. What time is it? We're doing all right. We're doing all right. He hasn't normally started. He's normally just banging on about selling. Oh yeah, selling tea towels. I've got some tea towels here. They've got really nice pictures of an arch, semi-constructed, and we're going to use the proceeds of that to build the rest of the arch. FP or FT? Yes. I don't know how Caroline knows as the moderator, but FT. Apologies. I said FT and typed FP. This is harder than it looks. Need more beer. Anyway. Sorry, can you repeat that? What would you like me to repeat, Karen? About my tea towels? Or Roig Biv? Oh, wait a minute. We can always come back to it. We're going to go on to question 13, and question 13 is science. We all like a bit of science. Okay, I'm going to do it the other way around. Instead of asking you what the chemical symbol is for an item or a chemical on the periodic table, I'm going to do it the other way around. What synthetic chemical on the periodic table has the symbol MC? Mike, Charlie. What synthetic chemical on the periodic table has the symbol Mc? I think the key there is synthetic. That's a clue. Not really. Unless you're a scientist. Oh, we're all scientists, in a way. Engineers are scientists. Rocket scientists. Okay. Question 14. This is about the natural world. What is the fastest fish? That's a fish. What's the fastest fish in the world? No, that wasn't the diploid, Caroline. WTF was not a diploid. Okay. What's that? Shout out to, yes, to Mr. and Mrs. Sargent in Cabana Close. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Sargent at Cabana Close. Some gin up there. You're welcome to come and try some. Okay, question 15. What is the world's largest snake? Corinne and Richard are on board. Corinne and Richard. Well, first of all, I thought you were on your honeymoon, but then given that the wedding couldn't go ahead, bless you, and thank you very much for your quiz the other night. I didn't realise you were on the chat. I didn't realise you were in. So hello to Corinne and Richard, and let's all say congratulations to Corinne and Richard for a wedding that they're going to have next year, because they're not quite married, but they would have been, that sort of thing. Lovely. Okay, question 16. Okay, so on average, this could be up for debate, but on average, which elephant is the heaviest? The Indian or the African elephant? On average. Which is the heaviest? The Indian or the African? See, you thought I was going to ask about ears. Sizes of ears. But I didn't. Okay, question 17. Still on the theme of animals. Bit mixed up, bit of history, bit of geography. Name two of the three animals, so 2 of 3 animals which were sacred to the Aztecs. You get 2 points, sorry, 1 point for 2 animals. So if you can get 2 out of the 3, you get 1 point. If you get 1 out of the 3, you get half a point. 2 of the 3 animals which were sacred to the Aztecs. Okay, question 18. Okay, this might freak people out, but let's give it a go. How many square miles of land would you own if you had 258.999 hectares of land? So if you had 258.999 hectares of land, how many square miles of land would you own? Caroline's going to get all technical in a minute and start talking about parcels of land, but she looks after infrastructure. By the way, if you're jealous, I'm going to go back to front. That is my array of gins on the middle shelf that folks kindly bought me for my birthday. So thank you very much again for that. I'm working my way through them but I've run out of paracetamol, so I need to slow down a bit. But they're amazing. Every single one so far has been amazing. Thank you. Okay, question 19. Question 19, bit of maths. What is the square root of 169? No using your phone. What's the square root of 169? Okay, so I'm just looking at the chat. Someone's missed a question. 14. Okay, so let me just go back. I can see why this is quite challenging when he's got 4,000 people watching him. Question 14 was the fastest fish in the world. Question 15 was the world's largest snake. Question 16, on average, which elephant is heaviest, the Indian or African? And question 17, 2 of the 3 animals which are sacred to the Aztecs. Question 18, how many square miles would you own if you had 258.999 hectares of land? And question 19, what's the square root of 169? Hopefully all up to date. Okay, the last question of round 1 of 2. Which of these currencies is worth more in pounds? Okay, so which of these is worth more in GBP or British pounds? If you had 100 Namibian dollars, or if you had 100 Burundian francs. I'm hoping no one's been to any of those countries, but it's probably likely that they have. So if you had 100 Namibian dollars or 100 Burundian francs, which one's worth more in English pounds or Great British pounds? So I think I've managed to make my way through first round in Nick's quiz, and it's quite challenging. It's quite difficult to do, but hopefully you got all the questions. If you haven't, put them in the chat and I'll see if I can top them up. I'm gonna have a little bit of pizza and we can have a 5-minute break to top up our glasses and do that. So anyway, thank you for round 1. Be back in 5 minutes. Yeah, my pizza just slid onto my keyboard. Anyway, pizza time. Be back in 3.
You do on the show.
Pardon? I didn't know from on toe.
You did that, but you haven't done the answers.
What's that?
You normally do answers before the end of that.
It's alright, I've got most of the key.
Okay.
Laptops.
Do you want me to sort your laptop out?
That's fucked. No, don't touch it.
Okay. Is it Dutch, is it?
I'm still on
Okay.
speaker.
Do you want some wine?
I'd love some wine. How do you mute this thing?
I don't think you can.
I think you can mute it. Anybody? got no idea. It's hilarious. It's funny that you can't. People are... I'm going to send this out. How did I...
Alright. Okay, I'm just supposed to eat your pizza.
Alright. Right, guys. So obviously I'm not as technically competent as Nick Heath, but my glamorous assistant has recharged my beer glass with some wine. So fantastic. Cheers. I've also recharged the front of my keyboard with some pizza, which is fantastic. Yes, I know you can still hear me. I haven't worked out how to completely mute myself. Luckily, I didn't say anything too embarrassing. One day. Anyway, who knows? So apparently I forgot to give you the answers. So, floor. So I'm going to give the answers for round one. So hopefully you're all there. Okay, so let's go for it. Round one. Okay, so the answer to the capital of Uruguay, and that is Montevideo. And question two, the answer to world's largest inland sea, that's the Caspian Sea. And which island is furthest east, west, south and north than Iceland? It is, as of course, Greenland. So I'm just going to adjust this a bit. Slightly unnerved by the amount of pizza topping on my keyboard. I'm sure it will be fine if I pick it up. Okay. Is everybody up to speed? I'm hoping they are. Question 4. How far was it from the moon, the Earth to the moon? And the answer to that is 384,400 kilometers. Hang on, I'm getting an error message. Stand by. I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth shielding. As such, viewers will experience whatever that means. So, question 4, the answer is 384,400 kilometers. And you asked for it in miles, that's 238,855.086 miles. Bear with me a moment. Okay. I'll carry on just in case. Okay. Question 5 was, how deep was the Marianas Trench? The Marianas Trench is 5,984 or 10,984 or 15,984. And the answer is 10,984 meters deep, or in feet is 36,037 feet deep. Buffering. Uh-oh. I'll hold on a minute and drink beer. Pizza. Question 4, A, B or C. The question to 4 was B, 384,000 400 kilometers. Sorry for reading on screen, very unprofessional. Okay, question 6. The answer to that, okay, so the question was, which writer's real name was Eric Arthur Blair? How many of you got this then? That, very topically, is George Orwell. I heard a groan from next door, but Caroline came up with a question. What the hell? Anyway. Okay, question 7. And who wrote Around the World in 80 Days? That, of course, was Jules Verne. I loved those books as a kid. Amazing. Okay, question 8. From which famous poem does the line come from? When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. That was I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. So you get a point for either William Wordsworth or I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, because I'm feeling generous. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a host of golden daffodils. Question 9. Which actor was in Rain Man, born on 4th of July, and Interview with the Vampire? That was, of course, the mighty Tom Cruise. Hopefully people got that. Helen, Charlie, hopefully get the next one. How many episodes were made of Friends? To the nearest 10. That was 236 episodes. Oh my god, 236 episodes. Question 11. 11p in an FT, the diploid. 11p in an FT, that was, of course, 11 players in a football team. Sorry for confusing you in the chat. Thanks for pointing it out, moderator. And Matt, 11 players in a football team. Next one was a bit harder. ROYGBIV. That is red, orange, yellow, blue, green. Sorry, got it wrong. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. I can see a rainbow. Had to get a rainbow thing in there, didn't I? Maybe the techies got that, maybe not. Bit obscure. Sorry about that. What synthetic chemical on the periodic table has the symbol MC? And that is, of course, moscovium. Never even heard of it, by the way. Thought it sounded good and cool. And the fastest fish in the world. No, it's not close enough. I said to the nearest 10, 236. You can get 226 or 246. Depends. Yeah. Fastest fish in the world was a sailfish. And funnily enough, after coming up with that question, the Royal Navy published something on Twitter about them coming into contact with a whole pack of them, weirdly. Okay, the world's largest snake. Who knows what that is? It's a green anaconda. A green anaconda. I'll give you a point for anaconda. I didn't even know it was a green one or a brown one or blue one. Anaconda's good. I think they eat kids and things. Question 16. On average, which is the heaviest, the Indian or African elephant? Actually, my question was written wrong. So I wrote, on average, what is heaviest, the Indian or African? But I knew what I meant. Anyway, African elephants are heavier and larger than Indian elephants. And a little factoid for you, the average African elephant is between 4 tons and 7 tons, and the average Indian elephant is between 3 and 6 tons. Okay, question 17. 2 of the 3 animals that are sacred to the Aztecs, and a point for getting 2 out of 3, half a point for getting 1 out of 3. Okay, so 2 of the 3 animals, the animals were, of course, the serpent, the eagle, and the jaguar. So I hope you people got those. Serpent, eagle, or jaguar. And question 18. How many square miles of land would you own if you had 258.999 hectares of land? 1. You'd own 1 square mile of land. And question 19, square root of 169 is 13. 13. Okay, so who guessed right in terms of the Namibian dollars or Burundian francs? Okay, because 100 Namibian dollars is worth £4.62 British sterling. And the 100 Burundian francs are worth £0.0042 sterling. They're worth 4p. So we're going to go back to question 17. Snake is fine instead of serpent. Snake is fine. Cat instead of jaguar. Bit vague. Bit vague. Excuse me, pizza. Okay. Oh my god, straight at my keyboard. Unbelievable. And apparently Earl saw that happening, did you? I love that. Right. Okay, we've had our break. Everybody's ready to go. We'll go straight into the next round. No music because I can't do it. Okay, round 2. Are you ready? So we're going to heat up here. This is where you make or break and win or lose. Okay, question 21. What is the temperature minus 273.15 degrees Celsius on the Celsius temperature scale? Or, for you other people that use weirdy stuff, minus 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit on the Fahrenheit temperature scale, commonly known as? What's the temperature minus 273 degrees C or minus 459 degrees Fahrenheit, commonly known as? Caroline, the answer to question 20 was 100 Namibian dollars, which is £4.62. Okay, question 22. In which year was the Russian Red October Revolution in 1917? Sorry, not which year. I got that question completely wrong. I'll start again. In which month was the Russian Red October Revolution in 1917? He does this, so it's fine. Which month was the Russian Red October Revolution? 1917. Okay, question 23. Which country consumes the most cheese per capita per annum? Multiple choice. Either Denmark or France. Who munches the most cheese per capita per year? Okay, question 24. I know this is my mum and dad's favourite. This is the music round. Fantastic. Everybody's looking forward to this. Okay, some lyrics. I'm going to try and, I think Caroline calls them something like an ambionic pentameter or something like that. Weird. Take the rhythm out of it. Here's the lyrics. I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in. Then I watch them roll away again. Apparently it's a good tune. I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I watch them roll away again. Okay. By the way, that, Bristol, it's quite hard to, it's cool. It's what Bristol used to look like before students. Much better. Question 25. More lyrics. Oh baby, you're the only thing in this world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always going to be some light. So I'll say that again. Oh baby, you're the only thing in this world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always going to be some light. Hopefully those weren't too hard. But there's more. We all like a bit of music. So I've tried to bias this a little bit. And I'm sorry for people that don't know the years of these. But hey, it's fun. Okay, so which years to the nearest year were these three songs released? And the clue is they're all in consecutive decades. Okay? All in consecutive decades. So question 26 is Dancing Queen by ABBA. Question 27 is Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. And question 28 is Back for Good by Take That. What a tune. What a tune. Okay, we're out of the woods there. Anybody not liking that? No more, I can't do these. Okay. Right. We're into a bit of language now. We don't normally do language, but we're into a bit of language. So when I come to the answers, I'll apologise right now for my pronunciation. So I'm going to go for the answers. No, I'm not. I'm going to go for the questions first because that's traditional. I'm going to go for the questions. Okay, question 29. Okay, what is the French word for a female goat? Vin rouge. That wasn't a clue. As I said, it's French. What is the French word for a female goat? Question 30. What is the German word? Sorry, that was quite racist. I apologise. What is the German word for a journey? A journey. Question 31. More language. What is the Spanish word? I literally heard Camilla squeal because she knew that she might know the answer to this one in Bristol. What is the Spanish word for a mouth? What's the Spanish word for a mouth? I'm sorry if they're really hard. I'm not really. It's fun. Okay. More wine. I'm hoping everybody's got a little bit of wine. Or beer. I don't think anything passes Phil's lips unless it's got Punk IPA written on the label. So, you know, that's pretty much what Phil drinks. Or Elvis juice. Yes, Elvis juice. Everybody likes a bit of that. Loopy juice, more like. Okay, we're going to go to some interrupters now. If anybody's not done interrupters before, basically you've got to think about what I would have referred to or said or completed the sentence with had I not been rudely interrupted. Okay, so here we go. So, Dad's favourite drink. Okay. Question 33. My favourite takeaway. My favourite takeaway. Question 34. It's just a jump to the left. And question 35. Frankly, my dear. Frankly, my dear. And the last interrupter, question 36. Best flavour ice cream. The best flavour ice cream. And thankfully, we're on to the last 4 questions. I hear you collectively sigh. Back to some general knowledge. Question 37. Which nation has declared itself COVID virus free so far, or last week? It's quite topical, actually. So which nation declared itself COVID virus free? This is a good tongue twister. I love it. Question 38. Which film won the Best Picture at the Oscars this year? Yes, there was like real life before COVID life, and we did things like the Oscars, and someone won an award for a film that we went to see, and it was very good. Question 39. What's the most common colour of toilet paper in France? That's quite random. The most common colour of toilet paper in France. And question 40. You have to really concentrate for this one. I'm going to have to rehearse it. Coprastastaphobia is the fear of what? Coprastastaphobia is the fear of what? It's one of the weirder phobias, I've got to say. Okay, so I'm going to disappear that way, which kind of looks the wrong way, but that way is the toilet, I promise you. I'm going to pop to the loo. I recommend you do the same. What is it? As we'd say in the military, it's minute 5-6. I expect everyone to be back sat ready for continuing the meeting at minute 0. Anyway, I'll see you back here in 4 minutes. Is it alright? Oh, man. I'm back. Oh, okay, right, I'm back. And I think I'm ready to give you the answers for round 2. So hopefully everyone's back. Hopefully everyone's had a little pee, maybe a little poo, quick poo. And I've got a glass of wine. Everything's good. Caroline sent a really weird kind of graphic. Don't know what that is. What is that? It's like a little miner. Anyway. Right. Okay. Here we go. Ready for the answers? This is the answers to round 2. Here we go. Right. Question 21. What was the temperature of minus 273 or minus 459 degrees Fahrenheit, commonly known as? That is, of course, absolute zero. Absolute zero. Question 22. In which month was the Russian Red October Revolution in 1917? Bit of a trick question, I'm sorry, but that was in November. And the explanation of that is that the Russians used the Julian calendar, which marked the date as October 25th. I haven't even bothered to look at what a Julian calendar is, but basically Red October was in November. Okay. Question 23. Which country consumed the most cheese per capita, Denmark or France? I did see the answer Maxine, but Maxine isn't a country, so I can't take that answer. So I'm going to go with the most cheese per capita, Denmark or France, is surprisingly Denmark. We don't even feature, by the way. The cheese-eating surrender monkeys that are at Italy, they're right down there. So it's Denmark at 28 kilograms per annum. And France at 27, close run thing, 27 kilograms of cheese per year, per person. Okay, the lyrics, Mum and Dad's favourite. 0 Kelvin. All right. Showing off. Just showing off. Absolute zero is my answer. I'll accept 0 Kelvin if you really want to play it that way. Okay, question 24. Some lyrics. Mum and Dad's favourites. Okay, no, I don't know. Okay, so this one, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away again. Okay, that is, of course, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. That's Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. Hope you like me singing. And then the next one, Oh Baby, you're the only thing in the world that's pure and good and right, and wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always going to be some light. And you just got to speed it up, really. Oh baby, you're the only thing in this world that's good and pure and right, and wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always going to be some light. Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. Do you know what? There's one person out there I reckon's got that, and I reckon that's Phil. Phil has definitely got that, and probably Matt too. If it was American Pie, Matt would have definitely got that. But it wasn't American Pie. It was Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. Okay, question 26. There were 3 songs. I asked you through 3 consecutive decades. You get a point for coming within a year of the year that these were released. They were all number 1s. Question 26 was Dancing Queen by ABBA. That was a number 1 in 1976. Question 27, Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, was a number 1 in 1985. And question 28, Back for Good by Take That, was a number 1 in 1995. So I'm hoping some people got that. I'd really love to know how to pause my video so I can just stuff my sacred pizza. We got it, but it was Max. I like that. I'm not sure. Chris D, small fry. Small fry. Small fry. I don't know the reference to that. Not with you, Chris. Okay, question 29. The languages. Okay, the French word for a female goat. That is, of course, la chèvre, or le chèvre, or le chèvre, however you pronounce it. Le chèvre, chèvre, le chèvre, le chèvre, le chèvre. All of those. L-A-C-H-E-V-R-E, le chèvre. I haven't eaten enough cheese to be speaking French or Danish. Okay, question 30. Question 30. The German for a journey is fahrt. Yes, it's fahrt. F-A-H-R-T. A year either side, full price, Mrs. Rowe. You can get full point for a year either side because it's quite specific. And question 31. By the way, I'm answering questions that are a minute and a half behind. It's quite tricky, so bear with me. Question 31. The Spanish word for a mouth is la boca, or I'm pretty sure that's pronounced it. Pretty sure that Camilla will connect me if I get it wrong. La boca. L-A-B-O-C-A. La boca. Mouth. Caroline, full marks if you're a year either side. Full marks if you're a year either side. But thank you. Mrs. Moderator. I've gone off course. Oh, okay. Interrupters. These are a bit personal, so you might have got them right, you might have got them wrong. Interrupter number 32. My dad's favourite drink. Come on, it's sherry. Actually, it's not. It's English fortified wine, but it's actually sherry. And question 33. My favourite takeaway, not my dad's favourite takeaway, my favourite takeaway, Indian. Question 34. It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. Okay, and then a step to the right. Any Rocky Horror fans will have got that, I'm pretty sure. Question 35. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Gone with the Wind. Banned. Ban it. Ban it. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Question 36. The best flavour ice cream? It's chocolate, isn't it? Chocolate ice cream. The best flavour ice cream. Proper chocolate ice cream, not the chocolate coloured ice cream that isn't chocolate. Chocolate with chocolate flakes and chocolate sauce. And then the final general knowledge questions were question 37. Which nation declared itself COVID virus free? That was, of course, New Zealand, up until some, unluckily, some British people turned up and made them non-COVID virus free. But up until then, they were COVID virus free. New Zealand. And question 38. Which film won Best Picture at the Oscars this year? If you've not seen it, it's a brilliant movie called Parasite. Absolutely fantastic. Thoroughly recommend it if you've not seen it already. Parasite. And question 39. The most common colour of toilet paper in Le Français. It is pink. Pink toilet paper. I have no idea why, or even how I found the answer to that question. I just did. And it's the right answer because it's written down here. And then the last question, you'll be pleased to hear. Coprastostaphobia is the fear of what? Coprastostaphobia is the fear of being constipated. It's quite a fear. I think the fear of being constipated probably makes you more constipated. So coprastostophobia, the fear of constipation. Right, we got there. God knows how, but we got there. I'm really hoping that half of those made sense. I would love to see your answers coming out. How many you got total out of 40? Keith Rogerson's here. Can you still get... I didn't know you were there, Keith. Shout out to Keith Rogerson. Hello, Keith Rogerson. Nice to see you, Keith. How's Selkirk? And the Battle of... What was the Battle of 1513? Flodden. The Battle of Flodden, of course. Can you still get coloured loo paper in the UK? That's a good question. We'll save that one to next time. So what's the scores? Throw your scores up. Let's see what you got. And I'll kind of do a little dance jig whilst your scores are coming up. 12, second half. What's your total score, Vicky? Throw out your total scores. Score your total score yourself just for fun. Ooh. I kind of set it a bit hard looking at the scores. 25.5. Helen with 22. I like it. Strong skills. Mrs. Rowe 24. Popped in halfway. Keith, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I think you might be able to watch the video from the beginning. I've got no idea. This is quite difficult to do, I've got to admit. Maxine with 23. Maxine and Phil and Harry with 23. Sorry. Oh, is it Chris? Were you a solo shot with 17? Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated. Thank you. Ellie 19.5. Well done. Good quiz. Tres tough. And Sam, let's rate the scores in for Sam. I think the moderator might have won, which sounds slightly fishy. That's a good score in round 2 there, Keith. Good score. Thank you. Much appreciated. 17.5. Well done, Corinna Richard. Lovely to have you dial in. Much appreciated. Do you know, guys, it was a bit weird doing this, I've got to say, and I know I volunteered for it after having a couple of those nice gins. I'm really pleased I did. I apologise for Caroline for freaking out because I couldn't get the YouTube working beforehand, but everything's good now, and I probably won't be able to do it again because I might be able to, but it involves some proper technical shit. But we got there, and I want to thank you all for contributing, and thank you all for being here, and it was really lovely to see your chat. So anyway, take care, and looking forward to seeing you all very, very soon once this silly bug has gone, and we can all have one big massive barbecue and open up several bottles of Zivino. Cheerio. Bye bye, everybody. Hang on, I think this is the traditional end.